Hello everyone, Derek Diablo, IMF into Miami Firm, Miami Casuals, right on with South Florida. Hit like, subscribe, do all the things you're supposed to do. And I got an interesting one tonight for you. And it applies directly to me. So call me a wannabe hooligan, call me a plastic hooligan, call me internet hooligan. Now when you say the third one, I would like rather say a aspiring hooligan or somebody who's a fan of the culture. But when you say the third one, along my travels and my journey through all of this in the football violence world, terrorist culture, and so forth, there's three terms or archetypes, if you will, according to the Jungian sort of model of internet hooligans. And we're part of the community now. Think about it. Whether it's Wellstone Raider, whether it's Dolan, Steve Dolan, whether it's myself, you got Ryan Tolan also. All of us are internet hooligans. Maybe other people who are internet hooligans also are real hooligans, let's say. But there's three archetypes that I found in writing. You know, British people have a lot of clever stuff and cool stuff. As I've always been so attracted to that culture. You know, a lot of slick stuff and funny stuff that they come up with, right? And if you can understand the subtlety sometime with it. But the three archetypes, and I'm one of them. The first one I'll tell you is a banter lad. That's one. No certain order. Three internet hooligan archetypes. Three different styles of internet hooligans. Whether or not you're a real one in real life. You got your banter lad, fantasist, and wind-up merchant. So, for Americans that don't know what a wind-up is pulling somebody's leg. Like you watch This Is England. You see that combo goes off on the other cat. And I thought you was winding us up. You know, like, you're winding me up, mate. Like, you pulling my leg. You're joking, mate. You know, it's like, you messing with me? That's a wind-up, right? So, a banter lad, the first one I mentioned, is what I am. At least that's one of the other fellas, one of the older lads. I think he brought me into one of the groups. It might have been my mate, Tom, who brought me into FHB. I think it might have been him. But basically, I started getting on there talking, doing my thing, and starting the group up. And he's like, somebody was like, hey, who is this cunt? This yank. He says, oh, he's a banter lad from another group. So when I saw that, you know, I had been called other things like fake hooligan, plastic hooligan, internet hooligan, and all this kind of stuff. Yank cunt, And then when I heard that banter lad, I was like, oh, okay. So it's a type of hooligan. He's not really in the street hooligan. He has a different background or whatever. That wasn't really that had nothing to do with being described as a banter lad. I never heard anybody else be called that. But yeah, you're into the bantering, you know. So let me put that out to you cats, you know, because, you know, we need all this to keep the culture alive. That's the other side of it, the mental side, the stylistic side. So a banter lad, getting on the hooligan groups on the internet and giving it to people, you know. That's one style, one model, one type, you could say. Moving on to the next one, you have your fantasist. And the archetype of a fantasist, I got that in relation to Steve Dolan, which is to say that you're fantasizing and you're pretending, making believe, or you're acting like you're something that you're not. Fantasist, fantasy. So Steve Dolan pretending to be Millwall, fantasist. Fake, somebody who's pretending to be something they're not. And the final one, which is the funniest one to me, is a wind-up merchant. And so think about it. I already explained to the Americans what a wind-up is. So imagine a wind-up merchant. This guy specializes in and he deals in wind-ups. You know, he sells wind-ups. He sells stories. So basically, what a wind-up merchant does, I think is pretty funny. So I do a bit of it myself. I guess I'm all three, but because I fantasize, I make up a lot of, you know, I have a lot of big ideas of what can be done because I'm always looking towards comic books and Sith for inspiration and dictators and so forth. So when I try to apply that to the football world, I come up with a lot of crazy ideas, I suppose. So I'm a bit of all three of them. I guess I'm a bit of a fantasist. And then with the wind-up merchant, anything I talked about was real with violence and everything like that. But then when I heard what a wind-up merchant was, and I seen what somebody was, I think it was Ryan Toland, and it's basically like, it looked cool to me. It was like a little story of, almost like something you'd read in a pulp novel. Like, yeah, you know, went to West Ham the other day, you know, ran into this one geezer. Bah, he took a shot at me. I hit him with a damn 2x4. Bah, 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 bah. The OB came. I ran. I kicked in the window. Basically, he's making up this whole war story, like action story. And nobody else there on the website is like basically believing it or praising it. But I thought it was funny and I thought it was good and it was well written and it sounded cool. I like those kind of stories and I'm interested in that kind of entertainment. But then when I heard people talking about it, they said this guy's a wind-up merchant. So I thought that was pretty funny. So I started doing a bit of it myself. I said, okay, I'll have a bit also. So I started doing some of those wind-ups too. And I get these guys so easy with that stuff. So it's a lot of fun. These wind-ups and winding the British up, that's become my passion and become my life's purpose. So I'll leave you there. Pure new school from Diablo himself. New school internet hooligan style. Deliberately being internet hooligan. Doesn't matter if you're a real one in real life or not. Because I always been internet battling. I'm a keyboard warrior. But people know that I've been in the gang scene and martial arts and fighting. So I'm a real warrior as well. But I'm also a keyboard warrior. Some people are exclusively keyboard warriors. So with the hooligan thing is the same thing. You need your internet hooligans. So if you want to be an internet hooligan, if you are an internet hooligan, if you're only specializing in one discipline, think about the others. Fantasist, wind-up merchant, banter lad. I'll leave you with that.